So I got this drink. It's like a soy milk and grass jelly drink that I used to drink when I was younger every morning. Actually, when we went to the coffee shops, this was a very popular drink. They used to call it Michael Jackson, and I didn't quite understand why until I came to the States, and now I sort of understand why, and it's sort of messed up. But I don't know if they still call it that there, but it's really, really good. Just like how I remember it. Okay, so I got appam and I put kaya in it. So that will be later. I want that as dessert. I got this taro with some like sprinkles of onion on it. I remember my mom used to make this a lot, and we used to put sweet chili sauce on it, so I'm really excited to eat that. Curry puff, they're sort of like the closest thing would be like empanadas. Inside it's like curry. Here it's like $6, so it's like $1.25 each piece. I think this is golomi. It's from native to Kuching in Sarawak, which is my parents' hometown. It's more red usually than when I remember, but this one looks pretty good. I also got nasi lemak, which is coconut rice. Lemak means fat in Malay. It's kind of far. So I'm going to... No, they didn't give me utensils. Oh, they did. Yay. Obviously, I tried a lot to be plant-based, so I eat a lot of things that are mostly vegan, but I haven't had Malaysian food in a while, and cultural food, you know, I tend to be a little bit more lenient, since 80% of my diet is already plant-based. Oh yeah, guys, whenever I eat spicy food, I tend to like sweat a lot. So, like, I used to bring like a handkerchief with me every time I went to school in my pocket, just because I would sweat so much. Yeah. Ooh, this looks good. So good. I'm gonna take a photo of this. So freaking good. I always wanted to do mukbangs just because I feel like it's so fun to, I guess, eat on camera and sort of just talk to people. It tastes more like wonton mein, which is like wonton noodles, more than golo mein. Golo mein is more like red usually, so I'm not used to this, but it's still really, really good. And I haven't had like food like this, and I feel like Chinatown, New York is like, every time I come here I always eat in Chinatown, just because I didn't grow up in New York Chinatown, but it feels very homey to me, I guess, just because, you know, everybody's Asian and there's a lot of history there. It just feels like, I guess, a safe space for us, for me. It's actually really cold outside, and my ears felt like it was freezing. It's so funny, every time I travel with John and Aaron, like, it's always cold, and I always vlog with them. Noodles are good. I'm gonna try curry puff. So these are usually have curry in them, and they taste like usually potatoes. Good. It's not as good just because it's cold, but I was walking. Wow, it's spicy. I'm gonna start sweating. So good. I'll try the nasi lemak next. Looks like that. So there's usually some peanuts, this anchovies, coconut rice, and this chili sauce called sambal that you eat on the side. It comes with an egg too. Sometimes it comes with fried chicken. Those are like the fancy kind, you know, like if you can afford fried chicken every day, like in Malaysia, you were balling. But usually, the ones that I used to eat was just rice and chili and peanuts. It's pretty good. The chili sauce is not as like sambal-y. It's more like a chili sauce versus like a paste. Sambal is usually thicker. I'm also always amazed at how much mukbang people can eat in one sitting. For me, I think I can't eat that much. It's just I feel really bad eating that much, and I don't know if you guys know that I used to suffer from an eating disorder, and I used to binge eat a lot and then throw up. It's called bulimia, and I was never diagnosed just because I never sought help from anybody. It was just kind of sad as I got skinnier and skinnier. Well, actually, you know, mentally, I knew I was happy as I got skinnier, but I knew I was sad because I was sort of hurting my body. So it was just like a total mind, like I'm not like that anymore, because sometimes I still feel bad about eating, but I'm trying not to, because eating is just part of life, regular, normal human function. So why feel bad about it? It's just when I eat excessively, that's when I feel bad. So I try not to do mukbangs just because I know I eat a lot, but today I just want to do it because I've always wanted to do it, and I don't want to feel bad about eating anymore. Plus, this is like Malaysian food, like food of my, you know, the food I grew up with. I'm gonna try this taro cake now. Also, if you know, like, you didn't notice, I like to chew loud, and that's something like differs from culture to culture. Like chewing loudly, some people might think it's rude. To me, I don't mind it. A lot of people can't watch it, but if you notice, a lot of Asian cultures, people do chew really loud because sometimes the food is just really chewy and you can't really not chew loud, and secondly, it's a sign that the food is good and you're just chewing. Wow. My grandma used to make this in a pot with frozen, and then she would give it to my mom, and my mom would take it back for she'll fly 2 hours from Kuching back to Kuala Lumpur, and we would eat it as breakfast for the next week. So I didn't know how much I missed this, because you don't really get this in Malaysia. I mean LA. It's taro cake. It's like flour and taro. I think the noodles are my favorite. I haven't really found noodles that taste like this. I'm really happy. The food is so good. It's like real food. Chinatown was really lively and really just so bustling. New York is so different than LA. Like LA, everything is so far apart. New York feels a little bit more like Asia to me, where everything's like so tight and just so many people. It's pretty cool. There's so many different kinds of people in New York, you know. Today my cab driver from the airport to the hotel was a Korean man that lived in Paraguay for 18 years, and you know, like, he said he's been living for New York only for 2 years, and in my mind I just like assumed that he was from Korea because he spoke to me in Korean. But then I didn't want to assume in my mind. I didn't want that to be my assumption, like my reality, and just leave it at that. So I asked him, and I was like, oh, like, you know, if you don't mind me asking, where were you prior to New York? Where did you live? And he said, oh, I was in Paraguay. And, you know, I grew up there. I speak fluent Spanish and Korean. And sometimes when I see people here, they don't expect it, but I tell them, like, you're my amigo. And they look at me weird. And then I speak fluent Spanish to them, and they're surprised. And he tells them, like, I'm actually more, like, Latin than you because, like, I lived there. And I grew up there, and I found that like super interesting. Like, New York has all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds, and it just taught me again, like, I usually never judge books by its cover. But just remind me again, like, you really never know anybody's story, and it's a good reminder, I guess. I want to try to learn how to cook this. So good. This rice is so fragrant. This is the dessert I got. We used to go to, when we were kids, go to Pasar Malam, which is like the night market where they have food and like toys and accessories, and they will have this. They call it appam, and it's like peanuts inside. This one's not as crunchy as the ones I'm used to, but let's see if it's good. This one's peanut and gaya. Gaya is this spread, I think, that's like egg base with some sort of fragrant leaf, pandan. They have like different forms, but it's typically sugar and like egg that's like whipped. So I'm gonna try this. That's really good. I have a thing for sweets. I don't know if you notice on my Insta stories, like, I love pancake things, like things that look like pancake, shaped like pancake, food that's inside a pancake, noodles inside a pancake as bread, pancake dipped in ketchup. Like, I eat everything that's a pancake. So this is right up like what I love. It's just like a folded pancake. I'm getting pretty full already, so I really don't know how like mukbangers do it, because it is a lot of food that they eat. I think it's okay to eat like that, like once in a while, once in a long while, but not every week, you know. That's like too much for me. Unless it's the only meal of the day, then I guess that's understandable, because when, you know, I still intermittent fast sometimes. When I used to intermittent fast, like I would eat one big meal a day. So I understand that part. Today, like, this thing happened to me a lot where I didn't get toothpaste. I didn't bring toothpaste, so I came into the hotel and they didn't have toothpaste. I was like freaking out for a good minute because I haven't brushed my teeth since I left the house. It's like, I really take things for granted until you don't get it. And I feel like that happened so much today. Like, I haven't had this food in so long. And when I was living in Malaysia, I took it for granted because it was so cheap and it was everywhere. And when I'm here now, it's like, damn, I really took it for granted, and I wish I would have appreciated it a lot more, because in LA you can't really find this kind of food. So maybe I'll just start learning how to cook, but it's not the same. Like, those aunties and uncles have made it for years, and they like perfected it. So slowly maybe I'll start and perfecting it, and because I don't want to lose touch with that as well. Yeah, it's just, I guess, a weird feeling for me, but it's a good feeling. Like, it's all good. I'm gonna stop eating now because I'm getting full and I don't want to overeat. So thank you guys for watching. I'll try to vlog more, and who knows, maybe I'll go back to Malaysia and do a Malaysia vlog as well. That'd be great. Thank you guys for all your support, because without you, like, I wouldn't be anywhere really. Bye.